What is good with the YouTube? It is your boy, Sean Rock to the represent Mandatory Thrive, HGBM, because every day it is mandatory for us to thrive. And I am back again with another video. And I am in one of my favorite places to be, which is the park. Why the park is one of my favorite places to be is because I discovered so much about myself. I discovered calisthenics in the park. And I used to train in the snow up in Ypsilanti at this park that was near my house. And I've never looked back, man. I've always found solitude and peace in the park. But anyways, enough of that. Today's video is a different type of video. I had a loved one tell me, to be transparent on my channel and share my journey, which I've done this before, but I want to do it again and go even deeper. So today marks 4 months. The last time I had sex was 4 months ago, November 14th. So it's been 4 months since I've had any type of sex. And I was telling a friend on the phone. I was talking to her, and she was like, 4 months, 4 months. Big deal. What is that, like, a accomplishment? Like, is that supposed to be an accomplishment for a dude or something? And I'm like, I'm laughing at the time, but like, I'm dead serious. Like, yeah, it's an accomplishment for me. It's an extreme accomplishment for me, because I don't think I've ever went since 14 years old. I don't think I've ever went longer than maybe a month and a half without sex. And it's been 4 months, for me. So that's pretty significant. That's pretty big for me. It says a lot. I've been on a semen retention journey, and I pretty much started this journey, or I learned about semen retention. Actually, I learned about no fap first. Let me backtrack. I learned about no fap first about a year and a half ago, and then I started exploring with no fap. And no fap is pretty much no porn and no masturbation, but you can still get it in with your significant other, or whatever the case may be. And from that, I started to see a lot of benefits. I started to see a lot of changes in myself, and I wanted to implement semen retention. But I was in a relationship at the time trying to implement semen retention, so that was kind of a challenge. But now, it's just me. So I've been able to, like, really just push my agenda and really, like, take this time in my life to really do this semen retention thing. And honestly, man, like, there's a ton of benefits that come along with this that I'm gonna kind of chop it up on. But the main thing for me is just really proving my self-worth to myself. You know, through through abstaining from sex. Now, I'm gonna be very, very transparent and be honest with you guys. Number one, I'm going through a life transition right now, so that's one of the reasons why I've chose to do the semen retention, just out of respect for that transition. But the second reason is also to prove something to myself, so that I'm, my self-worth and who I am as a man, and what I stand for, and just show myself that I have enough self-control. And then the third reason this is kind of a shock to me is because, honestly, like, this is no cap, this is no exaggeration, like, this is no I'm not fabricating this in no type of way. But, like, the type of women, like, I've had so many opportunities, especially in the past 2 months, to, like, do my thing. I've had all type of different type of women, pretty much give me direct choosing signals. I've even had women approach me, give me their numbers, all type of different things, man. I don't know if that's a product of the semen retention or is that a product of my ambition, my drive, my determination. Really doesn't matter. The point that I'm making is that I'm very, very proud of myself, because the old me would have jumped, you know what I'm saying, at the opportunity to like take advantage of that, right? Because back in the days or at certain times, like if I just be really honest with y'all, like I didn't get these type of options. You know what I'm saying? Like the type of opportunities or options that I've been getting as of recently. If I'm being very, very direct, like these, it's been some high level, you know what I'm saying, opportunities to like do some things. And I'm just like, nah, man, like I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Like I wanna build me up, you know? So those are like the first reasons on a personal level of why I'm doing this. But the next reasons is on a business tip. I've been reading a lot of books and researching a lot of stuff. And when I research NoFap and semen retention, one of the biggest things that I've seen about semen retention is a lot of people talked about how powerful it is when you're trying to change your legacy, your financial landscape, and build a business. A lot of reviews and a lot of people talked a lot about how semen retention is very, 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 a very, very, very powerful tool, a very, very beneficial tool when you're trying to build up your business and you're trying to establish yourself on a higher level, like when you're really trying to level up. And that is what really pushed me over the edge in my mind and was like, okay, bet. Like I'm really ready to do this. Like I'm really ready to put my all in this because, and it wasn't only that I researched and read that, it was kind of like in the beginning, I was kind of like just doing it and just kind of going with the flow. But I was noticing like, and I got a lot of projects that I'm not really talking about now, but I was noticing like, I was creating on a higher level than I had ever created. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, what is this? Like, where is this coming from? You know what I'm saying? It was a couple records that I wrote, like full-fledged records, like just a bunch of little stuff that I was doing. And I was just like, man, where is this coming from? You know what I'm saying? And so that had me like pumped and fired. Like, yo, I gotta like do this. I gotta take advantage of this opportunity. So it's really all of those things kind of wrapped up into one big reason why it's like I'm really gonna be on a semen retention journey. You know what I'm saying? I'm rejecting choosing signals, man. I'm not capping out here. Like I'm getting a lot of them, but I'm rejecting them. I'm doing a lot of journaling. Like before I came out here, man, I journaled like 8 pages straight, just kind of busting down, man, all of my baggage, my emotional scars, the challenges that I'm facing, relationships that I've been in, all the way back down to when I was younger, all of my goals, aspirations, my ambitions, my dreams, why I did certain things, just really busting it down and just chopping it up, man. And I went back and I just read it and I just dialogued with myself, man. And I've been really just digesting the truth about who I am, what I want, what I'm willing to accept, and what I'm not willing to accept, you know? And honestly, in that, I've gotten backlash. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've literally had women, like, storm away from me. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not accepting nothing but my best, you know what I'm saying, standards. Or I've had women reach out to me and be like, yo, I really like you and I want to do X, Y, and Z. And I'm like, well, right now, this is where I'm at. This is what I'm doing. This is what I'm on. If that's how you feel, then you should do X, Y, and Z, or wait for this. And it's like, they just like irritated, and they like, nah, you know what I'm saying? Because they want what they want. And it's like, back in the day, I would be like, okay, let me bend for this. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, nah, I'm not bending for nothing. I'm not bending for nothing. You know what I'm saying? I'm not letting my train stop for nobody or nothing, man. I'm on this. You know what I'm saying? I'm loving me. I'm loving myself, you know? So that's what the journaling helps me reflect, and it helped me kind of bust down different things and just cutting folks off. Like, you got to move around. You know what I'm saying? I'm not interested in nothing fake. You know what I'm saying? I was just being nice anyways, really. I wasn't really even interested for real, you know. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with all of this. And also today, I did something that a great mentor of mine, shout out to him, he know who he is. He taught me a long time ago. And I would do it occasionally. And that's this thing called Sticks and Stones. If you look back on my YouTube channel, you'll see that I did a video called Sticks and Stones, man, where I would go to the park and I would just kind of like take a stick and a stone or pick up a bunch of them. And then I would just kind of reflect on, you know what I'm saying, different things that I want to let go. You know what I'm saying? Different things that I want to let go. And today, I got a couple sticks and stones, man, and I just kind of talk to myself and kind of really bust down some different things, and I let some things go. Now, when people let things go, people think that like that means like that this will never pop up. Nah, man, it's gonna pop back up. You're gonna feel those feelings. You might even engage in some of the things that you letting go. But what I'm saying is, you're letting go of the significance that it means to you, and you're letting go of the hurt that it's done to you, and you're slowly maneuvering it to where it's almost non-existence. Because I'm a firm believer in that it's ideal to take baby steps. You know what I'm saying? It's ideal to take baby steps. Like when I got nice at calisthenics, like I could do 30 to 50 to 80 to 100 sets per day in calisthenics. But did I start there? No, man. I started with 2 pull-ups, 8 push-ups, 12 squats. You know what I'm saying? 2 to 4 pull-ups, 8 push-ups, 12 squats. You know what I'm saying? And I built upon that over time, till it almost became like nothing to me. You know what I'm saying? So that's the same philosophy with the sticks and stones thing. And one of the biggest things, one of the most challenging things that I've struggled with on this semen retention thing has not been porn, actually, right? Because you would think that it would be porn. I have not watched any porn since like the first 3 weeks. The first 3 weeks was, yeah, when I kind of, you know, jacked off. But anyways, I haven't struggled with porn, but what I have struggled with is smoking black and milds. Like that's been the biggest challenge in these 4 months. You know, in these 4 months, the longest I've went without smoking a black and mild was 2 weeks at a time. So I would have, you know, 2 weeks where I won't smoke, and then I would, you know, boom, boom, boom. Then I have maybe 1 week and a half. Then I have 4 days, but I've constantly been struggling with eliminating black and milds. So today, it's been 4 days since I smoked the black and mild. And today when I went to the park, it was like, yo, like I'm really fighting to get rid of the black and mild habit. You know what I'm saying? Because that's been something I've struggled with my whole life. Like if I'm actually honest and I admit it, because I was in denial for mad years when it came to smoking black and milds, because it's not cigarettes, right? I was like telling myself I wasn't addicted. But since I was 14, I've had Black and Mild binges, right? Where I would go like 3 months, I'm going crazy on Black and Milds, and then I won't smoke them for like 4 to 5 months or 6 months or something like that. Then I have another 3 months where I'll have a Black and Mild binge, and then I might not smoke them for another 6-7 months. And then I'll start sneaking and smoking them, where I smoke them here every so often, but they've been a part of my life pretty much every year of my life. The last time that they was not a significant part of my life was when I worked for the church. I worked for the church for like 4 years, and for the most part, I didn't smoke blacks that whole time until like the end, like the last year. Last year, I would kind of smoke them here and there, sneak off and smoke them, or whatever the case may be. But other than that, I never, that was the last period, the longest period where I just didn't smoke them. You know what I'm saying? But it's been almost 4 years since I've worked for the church. Yeah, so that's what I came out here for, man. So I'm gonna go take y'all with me. I got me a stick, and a stone, and my 2 books right here that I'm reading with my highlighter and pen right here. Boom. Got my vest on. You know what I'm saying? I'm back to wearing the weighted vests. Just getting too strong, man. This is too easy, bro. Like I just like I be doing like a million sets, and it's just like I need to add some weight to this, man, so I can get the hell up out of here. And to me, doing advanced movements is cool and fun, but I like doing basics, man. I like doing basics. I feel like basics is way harder than like doing handstands and front levers and stuff. Well, front levers and handstands are harder, but it use a lot more technique, I'll say, compared to just trying to do numbers and stuff. So I like to stick to basics, you know what I'm saying? Basic reps. But anyways, here we go. So today marks 4 months. No buns. So I'm celebrating that, and today marks the day. I'm not saying I might not end up messing around smoking blacks. You know what I'm saying? But the goal is to not smoke blacks, and I'm gonna keep y'all posted on the channel too if I be smoking them. But here's the end of the relationship with the blacks for me, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm an athlete, dog. I ain't be smoking no blacks. I had a homie. I actually trained a homie at this park one day, and I told him, my homie I grew up with last year, I told him, I was like, man, I be struggling with blacks. He like, man, what? And he a street dude too. He straight with it all the way. He like, what, bro? Like, bro, that don't match. He's like, you need to leave that alone. You know what I'm saying? He's like, that don't even go with you, bro. So you need to leave that alone. So here we go. I got the stick and the stone. I'm gonna throw it in the water. See, right there. Boom. Bam. And bam. All right, so March 14th, man, today marks the day where I'm officially, publicly trying to end that I'm going to end. Ain't no trying about it, man. I'm gonna end that relationship with them Black and Milds, man, and starting a fresh new life. Lil Nicky, man, that's the name. And I guess that's the last thing that I want to talk about on this. So the name Little Nicky, where did that come from? If I'm honest, man, like for the past year, maybe year and a half, I've had some real significant insecurities about my height. I'm a short guy, man. I'm 5'7". And I know where this kind of started, or where these insecurities developed. But I'd rather not go into that, but I'll kind of tell you why that was strange for me. and how I've came back around to where I'm at now with this whole little Nikki thing, and really respect and enjoy my height. And if God could be like, yo, you can come back at 6'7", I'd be like, God, you can keep your 6'7", man. I like my 5'7". Like, I don't want to be nothing different. You know what I'm saying? If he can give me a magic wand right now, I could be 7'6". I come back as 5'7". No cap. But this is why it's kind of strange to me. When I was a little dude, when I was younger, I remember in middle school, and I feel like this energy is kind of coming back to me today. When I was in middle school, I knew that I was short. And I thought it was like dope. You know what I'm saying? I thought it was dope. Like it gave me like this. I just thought it looked cool. You know what I'm saying? At the time, I thought it looked cool, and I would be like flipping and aggressive and like real extra, and I was like hyper, and I was just like all of this stuff. And I thought it was cool to be short. And honestly, like, it made a lot of girls like me, bro. Like, a lot of girls like me. And anybody who went to middle school with me can vouch that this story is no cap. All the girls like me. You know what I'm saying? I had all type of different girlfriends. It was on and popping, man. I had a lot going on. And it was because I just didn't care. I just thought I was the man. But anyways, and I respected that I was short. I liked it. I knew that I was small. I was the runt of the gang, but like I was the leader of the gang, but I was the runt. I was the smallest dude in the crew. But boom, there was this dude, very tall dude. Dude probably like 6'5" now. And we was at lunch, man. And my squad, we kind of used to bully they squad, and we really only did that because the 7th graders from the last year bullied us. You know what I'm saying? Like, they would bully us on the court, and they made fun of us, talk crazy, just all this stuff. So we just followed suit and did the same thing, right? So we would bully them. You know what I'm saying? We blocked their shots. We was, if everybody that went to middle school with us can vouch that this happened. All right, so boom. We used to bully them. And this dude was huge, right? And he was like, man, Sean, you think you all of that, man? Don't nobody care about this and that and blah, 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 blah. And like, I was just like, bruh, you know what I'm saying? At the time, I'm like, bruh, like, what is the problem, bruh? Like, move around. I ain't say move around at the time, but I just like, get out of here, dude. Like, beat it. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, man, no, F that, bro. Blah, 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 blah. And I think he like threw a tray at me or whatever. And this dude was like way bigger than me, bro. Like, and I just punished him, bro. Like, I punished him in front of everybody in the lunchroom. Like, smash dude. And that was like my energy, you know what I'm saying, coming up. And I thought it was dope, bro. I just liked being little at the time. But anyways, fast forward, I started researching, man. I started doing all this research, bro. And when I started doing this research, man, I started to discover, like, all of these philosophies about height and different stuff and about girls and all that stuff. And man, I just started getting mad, insecure about it. But I wasn't necessarily insecure about it because of how I felt about it. I guess I was insecure about it because how I felt everybody else felt about it. Because anybody that know anything about Virgos know that we really overthink things. And we're very, very self-critical. So just naturally, when you carry those kind of traits, like you tend to concern yourself a lot about what people think about the situation, even if it doesn't affect you. So, like, let's say if I go to the store, right, and I got $2 in quarters. Like, I probably don't care that I got $2 in quarters, right? But because I'm a Virgo and sometimes we overthink things, I might feel some type of way about that. because I may feel like somebody else around me is watching me may feel some type of way about that. So that's kind of the thing that I felt like started to happen with the height thing. I was feeling that for a minute and I was getting insecure about it. And then I just really just had to sit and process like, dog, dude, first of all, like when I actually analyze what God is going to do with my life and all the gifts and talents that he gave me, I think he just flat out would be disrespectful if he made me tall. That's the first thing. Like, I just think that just would be totally wrong. Given all the blessings that he done blessed your boy with. But nah, I'm just talking stuff. But I do believe that too, to a certain degree. But then number two is like, what did you originally feel about this? Like, what did you originally feel about this? Like, how do you feel about this? You know what I'm saying? And it's like, bro, like, I made the flip, bro. I love gymnastics, bro. Like, I love this, bro. Like, this is how I want to be, bro. Like, this is what I want to be. This is who I am. This is what I love. And I would never trade it for a world. And I would never want to be nothing other than this. Like, I would not change nothing about myself. Nothing. I love everything about me, man. You know what I'm saying? And I came to that. And now I got that same energy. So that's how I came up with the name Little Nicky. Because my nickname is Neek. And, you know, I just threw the little on there. And that's just how I rock out, man. And I love it, bro. Like, I think it's dope, bro. I embrace it. I accept it. I embody it, man. And I don't want to be nothing different than this. You know what I'm saying? And I think that a lot of times, man, a lot of our insecurities, you know what I'm saying, we let them get the best of us. But it's not an insecurity for me no more. You know what I'm saying? It will always be something that I feel like I would struggle with based on other people's perception. But for me personally, it's not an insecurity. There's other things that I feel way more insecure about. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, like, bruh, I didn't really even, you know, get to just build with my dad my whole life. Like, that's something like that you probably should, you know, that's something that you probably should work on. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's something that's tough. You know what I'm saying? Or growing up and seeing people getting, you know, like, it's a lot more important stuff in life, you know what I'm saying, to worry about, is what I'm saying, than stuff like that. And then it's like, another thing about it is like, when I think about females, this is one of the first things I say when I see females. Like, if I see a female and I look at something that's attractive, she's attractive, okay, that's cool, bet. You know what I'm saying? But how much of that, like, you was born with that. You get what I'm saying? You was born with that. You don't have no control over that. You get what I'm saying? You don't have no control over your complexion, your height, none of that stuff. Who your parents is, that has absolutely nothing to do with you. Nothing. So, yeah, the world may give you credit for that, but I'm not going to give you credit for that. Am I going to be compelled to be more attracted to a specific type of woman? Absolutely. But when you bust all that down, I look at it like, how are you in the areas that you can actually control? Because that shows who you really are. How are you when it comes to your effort? How are you when it comes to your goals? How are you when it comes to your dreams? Because that's stuff that you actually can control. You get what I'm saying? And what you can control, to me, shows your real character. You know what I'm saying? So basically what I'm saying is, I'd rather have friends who I think is corny and lame, technically in my mind, but solid in their character, than have friends who I think is just, they nice. You know what I'm saying? They look great, they this, they that, but they ain't solid. Because character, you can't put a price on that. Character, you can't be just delivered to you on a platter. You gotta build that, or you gotta just be that. You know what I'm saying? Character, you have to develop. That's up to you. You know what I'm saying? And as life goes on and on and on and on as we get older and older. You want to know what's going to become more valuable, more valuable, more valuable, more valuable? Character. You want to know what's going to depreciate more and more and more and more and more? Those superficial things that we worry about. So in my circle, I'm not rocking with people based on this and based on that, based on what they can do with me, do for me, and blah, 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 blah. Because there's been people that's tried to get in my circle as of recently because they see how I'm moving when I'm doing. That's all of those things. But I'm not rocking with them because they don't got no character. And I'm not saying my character is all of that, but I'm saying I'm on a journey to at least be respectable of my own character to where I walk around solid in that. So that was a lot of video. Man, I hope it helps though. I'm trying to be more transparent on my channel. Remember, dream big, work hard, live great, don't stop. It's your boy Sean Rock to them. I'm signing out. Peace.